Salutations, family. Welcome back to the Electric Leaf, where it is my goal to assist you in nourishing your mind, your body, and your chakras. So, I am sitting outside of the gym right now. I am getting ready to go in. Um, I'm giggling because I recorded y'all a whole video already while I was on my way to the gym. But that is not what just happened because I didn't have record hit. But this is the thing that I wanted to share. I channeled a message not too long ago, um, maybe about a week ago. I had done a reading on myself, and the energy that came out was this could be the storm that sinks Atlantis. And when that message came through, I knew that that was about my temper, because I have had a very explosive type of temperament over the course of my life that I have had to learn how to put a leash on. And so that temper can either be expressed different ways. It's energy, no doubt, right? I um I can use that energy to love people, to share. If I don't make sure that that energy is harnessed and directed, then it can sit on top of me, and that is a depression. And or I can just, let's just take the pen out and let it explode, and that is an explosive, dangerous way to deal with that much energy, that much power. Um, That's why a lot of people who suffer from depression, they are extremely powerful beings. They just don't know how to harness and manage that energy, like the elder wand, like the elder wand. They don't know how to cast their Patronus charm, okay? They don't know how to cast their Patronus charm. But that's what shadow work is. It's learning what your Patronus charm is. Okay, it's learning the parts of yourself that are powerful. It doesn't have to be sad, it doesn't have to be happy. It just needs to be powerful. It needs to ignite that part of you that says, yes, I'm here. I can make something happen. I can make something grand and beautiful. I can create. That's what that charm really truly says. So if I'm looking at, let's say, if I'm looking at something that triggers me, or if something happens that triggers me, and you feel that anger rise up in you, okay, what do you do with it? What do you do next? And so that's why this message is for you all, for my brothers and sisters out there who deal with having a temper. Not just the attitude like, or getting upset or whatever, which those things, if they're not harnessed, they can eventually lead you to something else and something else and something else, because that's just what energy does. Energy, it takes us to the next level. And pain is usually the initiate of what level we're going to go to next. And that's a different video, but pain is an initiation. And whichever way you choose to go is up to you. What this pain brings out of you is up to you. Um, so when I was in the shower Tuesday, the message came in that my brothers and sisters who are sons and daughters of Oya, Shango, you know, really are daughters of Oya, daughters and sons of Oya. Do not ignore yourself. Do not cut yourself off. Do not do that. You have to acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge and accept every aspect of you. Acknowledge your angry parts. Acknowledge your angry sides. And listen. inquisitively, not hype and ready for action, but ground yourself. Ground that energy, even if you have to scream. Even if you have to scream, ground that energy out and sit inquisitively with yourself and listen to yourself and hear yourself like, oh, okay, what thought? Because thoughts and emotions, they are tethered by the same energy. Okay? So what thought is going along with that energy of anger? Okay? And once you realize what is going on inside of your own mind, that, oh, even though this girl not fixing my sandwich right at this restaurant is triggering this, the real let's call it it, the real it that's presenting itself in my mind is, when I was a child, I used to ask for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and my stepmom would only give me a pickle to eat after school. Or, you know, or when I was married, I would always try to, love and give my all and fix food correctly, and I still got treated like trash, or whatever the thought is. Yesterday I was super triggered. I was super triggered, and I was so surprised that I was triggered, because I was triggered in a space that I really thought was healed and done with, and it wasn't, you know, and I felt that anger rise up, but because I had already channeled the message and written everything down, like, like what is it called? Automatic writing. I saw the instructions sitting right there in front of my face. I'm sitting there looking at this paper in my own handwriting that is telling me word for word what to do with the anger that I was experiencing. And in that anger, all I could do was thank God. All I could do was be thankful and harness that energy and harness it, okay? And so that's what I'm here to share with you all. This is what you need to do if you have a temper, all right? If you have a temper, first of all, know that if you ever had the thought that, like, oh, okay, well, I can kind of, I can explode whenever I want because I've been containing my temperament so long. So when I do explode, it'll be accepted. Spirit is saying no. That is the absolute wrong way to go about it. And that if you if you control situations or avoid situations by exploding, Spirit is saying no, no more. No more. Because this time it could be the storm that sinks Atlantis. So don't gamble with your energy. Don't gamble. Be proactive and harness it today. And this is how you harness it. You're going to, in your anger, make yourself a voice note. You can do automatic writing if you want to. Okay? But I like voice notes because you get to hear. It's no denying it. Like, if you write it on paper, you can kind of like shift it around in your mind, like give it a different tone at a later time. But a voice note, you're going to hear it as toxic as it sounds. Okay? And then you're going to inquisitively listen to yourself, okay? Inquisitively listen to yourself. You're not being your own hype man. You are tethered to your higher self, holding on to your higher self, knowing that you're powerful and that if you explode, you can hurt a lot of people, okay? That you can hurt yourself if you explode. You can change and alter the course of your life if you explode. So, and you know that you can because you're that powerful. So what you're going to do is anchor yourself with your crown chakra to your higher self. All right? You can anchor yourself to the ground, Mother Earth, or you can anchor yourself to the universal mind. Okay? You can anchor yourself to Tahuti. So, okay. So once you've done that, now you're going to find Ma'at here in your heart space. All right? Which is balance. balance. And that balance is that balance between the masculine energy that wants to get things done and the feminine energy that wants to stand her ground. Okay? And once you're finding that balance here, you're listening inquisitively to find that balance. Okay? You're listening to what is it that what thought is that that's really happening? What part of me feels like something is not fair or something has not been fair? That I've been mistreated, that I've been done wrong, that I've been lied on. And what can I do about it? Because I can assure you, if you're thinking of doing something to manipulate someone else into thinking, saying, being, behaving, you've already lost the war. You've already lost the battle. Okay? Because the only thing, the only person, the only one that you can control is yourself. You can't even control your children. You can manipulate them into doing what you want them to do. Or you can love them into persuading. You can love them enough and persuade them into doing what you want them to do. But still, ultimately, the choice is theirs. And we have to find that space where we are okay when the outside world is not reflecting back to us what we want to see. And coming into this knowing that when we do speak our truth, and when we do come from the heart, that I just got a little distracted. When we do speak our hearts and when we do come from the truth of our heart, that the universe will reflect that back to us. Because like yesterday, I was really getting down in a space where I was like, God, man, why would you allow this to happen to me, God? Like, I felt that was already healed. Why is it back again? I'm so upset. And do you know that I pulled this piece of paper out that had a lot of dreams that I had written down on it that I wanted to manifest. And my homegirl's name was on that paper, one of the first names that I had written on that paper. And she texts me in that moment. So I just faked the funk and give her a little heart like, hey sis, yeah, I'm okay. I didn't even let her know I was crying my eyes out at that moment. And she was like, oh, okay, great. Come outside. What? Come outside? No! Let me get myself together really quickly. And so, I was like, wow. But that just goes to show you that the universe is always listening. Because I felt alone. That's all I kept saying was like, I feel so alone. I feel like I don't have anybody. And my friend showed up out the clear blue. So remembering that we are always powerful and that we're always manifesting, and whether we're in a good mood or a bad mood, as long as the intentions of our heart are pure and true, the universe is going to reflect that back to us. And we have to remember that so we don't beat ourselves up for feeling sad or for feeling bad. You just stay in the truth of it. The truth and that strong, powerful energy is what's going to attract things to you, for you. Because I was blessed, completely blessed with a visit from my homegirl. I was crying. I needed that. God delivered. Okay? So just remembering that the good vibes all the time is not necessarily the truth vibe. Being real with yourself and being there for yourself and comforting yourself and nourishing yourself and speaking your truth, even if it sounds crazy, just so you can hear it. But actually being there for you in the same aspect that you would be there for someone else that you care for, and not cutting yourself off and listening. Because anybody with a temper can tell you that the number one thing that'll make a fist go through the wall is if they're not being heard. My mom, when I was little, my mom had to repair so many holes in the wall because I felt like I wasn't heard, And I had to harness that. I'm just letting you guys know from the heart. Like, I want to be transparent to you because I feel like somebody really needs to hear this. Listen to you. You listen to you. Don't expect for anybody else to listen to you. You listen to you. You take that time to validate yourself and to validate your own words. Okay, because the next time you just let your temper snap and you let it go, guess what? That could be the storm that sinks Atlantis. So mind your energy. Find your Patronus charm and use it. Use your energy to manifest. When the storm is raging, when you are a tornado inside, let the tornado swirl. But harness it. Hold it there. Okay? Now, I know, look, if you need to break a dish, break a dish. My cousin told me that years ago. But just know that if you break a dish every time you get mad, you're going to be wasting a lot of money when you could use that energy to do something else. Okay? So back to that voice, okay? That voice memo. Once you are in a different frame of mind, you're going to go back and you're going to listen to yourself. And then you're going to write down or re-record another voice on the advice that your higher mind brings through to you. And then you're going to take that advice and you're going to put it everywhere. And it doesn't have to be so obvious like being Mary Jane. Okay? You can have little notes set up anywhere. You can have little symbols that remind you of that advice. You can put on a piece of jewelry or something that reminds you of that advice. Slip a little note into your own purse, your own wallet. Slip a little note into your own lunch. You know what I mean? Like really romance yourself into this new frame of mind from this advice that comes from your higher self. Okay, but it's important that you get the voice capture of when you are in that negative, toxic moment, because I can guarantee you, you're going to tell yourself exactly what's wrong and exactly what's hurting. And then your higher self is going to tell yourself exactly what to do to turn that thing around. Okay. So, anyway, I am about to go in this gym. And I really pray that this message reaches you all in the best of health and the best of times, perfect divine timing, so that we can stand together united. Go ahead and get this message in your heart and start doing the work, because Spirit has been giving me so many downloads. And if y'all are really, really ready to go on this mental health, spiritual health, because they are one and the same. Your mental health is your spiritual health. If y'all are ready to embark on this journey, let me know. If this video helps you, let me know. If you have a child suffering with a bad temperament or a scary temper, I hope this video helps you in some way, maybe to just hold space and listen to your child. Or I pray that a healing comes into the relationship. But anyway, until next time, family, continue to vibrate love and vibrate well.